And welcome to Geekatplay tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to create a bamboo plant, kind of like many, and we'll look how to create segments and repeat them as well. Let's go begin by creating first place where we put all this bamboo. So right now we have this segment right here, and what I want to do is take this segment and create like a segment of one in a bamboo. So for this, let's modify. We'll go set 2. Okay, let's go next, set maybe 0.5 height, so it will be random creating for us. We'll set, let's do user define for this, and reason is why, because I want to use the repeater to repeat, and if we're using parent, you'll see it will be start decreasing. We can try have a different ones and see which one work, and sometimes if you want constant kind of height, you want to width, you want to use it user define, and if you want slowly degrading, you probably want to use it the radius to the relative. So we'll look on both of them right now. Let's go use it normal. Okay, right here we have our, we can zoom in, look on this, and let's do next work on a section. So right here we have our section done, and what I'm going to add few more, so we have it 0 lines. Let's add same amount here. Okay, this one we have it first stop, and I'm just shrinking this. That is where connection will happen, maybe more. Okay, next this one will be our lowest point, so we can connect and maybe move slightly. Okay, let's readjust this one. Okay, we can take this and just shrink slightly, kind of positioning and bring closer, kind of segment. If you look on bamboo, that's what's happening. Next we'll do same, creating right here, this one little bit down. Okay, and our other ones down as well. Okay, we can bring a little bit closer to the edge. This is point where they will be connected, and we want to actually maybe even smaller as a segment, so like this. Okay, let's click OK. Right here we have our kind of look like a funny segment. Let's increase resolution just slightly so we can pop up and look. Maybe this is too wide, so let's go back here and bring this all closer. Okay, maybe kind of bigger. Okay, let's click OK. Yeah, this is look a little bit better, more like a bamboo. Okay, and we can call this bamboo segment. Next, what I want to do, it is set this as a repeater, so I want to repeat that bamboo over and over. For this, we'll go create loop, and we'll create one repeater. We'll take and reconnect repeater. Okay, let's go next. We'll go to actually add next. In the repeater, let's set maybe about 5 for now. Well, you can see we have a lot of interesting repeating going on here. So we need to go inside the bamboo next, and let's modify first. We don't need we need to say top of the segment. Okay, let's continue, and we'll also set 0 at this point. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom out. Also on a segment, let's say blending with parent enable. you'll notice we have it a little bit better now. Connections, brightness, age. We can little bit reduce, make. Okay, let's actually make 2, 2. And both of them up and down. So we have a nice blending going between. Okay, let's look one thing. So if we do change node radius, for example, right now it's all same. If we say inherit, example, you see how it's become thinner. In some cases we can set 95%, and you can see again how it start. Okay, if we're going 100%, so this will continue shrinking. And the reason why we're using the there's another, maybe sometimes you can use this one, but again, user define will give it us a little bit better. Okay, we also can take a little bit on the parent and shrink this way. So in this case, based on the parent, we have it a little bit decrease in size, smaller top one, little bit. Radius is smaller than on the bottom one, so it's look a little bit better. Maybe too much, yeah, slightly. Okay. So right here we kind of pre-build. Next, what I want to do, it is add maybe some leaves to this. So to do this, we'll go create geometry, segment, leaf. Here's interesting things. Currently, this leaf need be repeated itself. If I connect here, the repeat will pick up in a loop, so it will repeat for each segment, which kind of very nice. Yes, let's modify how we want to display those leaves. We'll go inside the leaf, and let's say right here we have it 2 plus minus 1, so we have it anywhere from 1 till 3. Okay, we'll have it from about right, adjust, except right here let's go set maybe 270 and maybe plus minus 5. So our leaves will start kind of going from the point. We can have it roll a little bit, add a randomness, and let's, you know what, maybe add 50 roll on this. I think it's kind of nice angle, and as well on a coil, so we can maybe set 45, and let's add big randomness 25. So this is about right. Okay, next we also, you see a number going, we can reduce this number based on the parent, so the higher it is, the less of them pop up, so we'll reduce also variation. We can mount right here, and I think this is good. Let's go inside the leaf at this moment, and so in the leaf we'll, I don't know, let's try 5, see if 5 will, yeah, 5 look okay. Let's set maybe about 1.5 on the randomness on the link. Okay, I want to add a tropism to this, so we have it kind of dropping. But let's try maybe 10, and we'll add 3 random. Okay, that look about right. Again, if you want it, we can reduce trapezium on top, but I think this is really good, except let's coil, maybe change kind of more random coil, 28. There you go. Okay, so we can readjust a little bit better. Okay, let's go back to leaf, and I want to actually add blending with parent, so we'll go right here and we can look. There's a blending what's happening. Okay, let's see if we can just slightly reduce, increase a little bit more on the top. Okay, next let's make link. I think this will work better. Okay, let's go next. Rework a little bit on a radio for the how width it will be, and I just want only right here on the beginning. I don't want on the back, so I'm going to take and kind of put it to 0 almost, so we have it right. Yeah, this is good hook up for the leaves. Now the leaves we'll do obviously with the blade, so we'll enable blades for this. Okay, let's make it some thin blades. Right here you can notice how the blading coming, so we need to bring them down, and we can do this with some adjustments in the leaf. So we'll go bring maybe about smaller. And also let's bring top to the down a little bit. There you go. We have it blades. Okay, also let's bend these blades a little bit, so we'll go to bring it a little bit down. Okay, we have it nice blades, you can see quite deep. Let's switch them to round. Okay, and we'll go to reduce thickness and maybe reduce a little bit on the beginning is an end as well. So I'm going to put to the 0, and we'll just as well right here we'll go put to the 0. Maybe not on an end. Let's bring back right here. Sometimes you may have this artifact when it's kind of poking out, so we need to fix it, that one as well. Let's increase slightly resolution so we can preview. This artifact happened because we have a trapezium applied. We can take and move slightly up, so in this case it will go cover this problem what we have it, so you can fix it slightly. There you go. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, that does look good. Right here one kind of looks not very good. I think it's we need to work a little bit better on a blade kind of integration at this point. So let's go back to our blade. We'll bring kind of like this way. Yeah, so we blend a little bit better. As well, let's look on a blending and pop up a little bit better. More on link. Okay. Next, let's create a top, and I'm just going to copy paste the top one. We'll go disconnect, and we'll go to add another loop control, the only end. So let's connect the end, and we'll connect bamboo to the end. So what's happening on the end of the loop, or last segment in this case, it's where created our new bamboo. So we'll go inside the bamboo, go to the end, and in the end we can switch also top of the segment. Okay, let's select 0 as well. So right here we have another segment. We'll just create it specifically on the top so we can more modify this one. Okay, let me change the look. Okay, now with this we can slightly readjust. So we'll go to set maybe a little bit higher, 5, and let's add 2. Okay, and next let's go see okay, that's look okay. It's how tall it will be with this. We go to the right here, right, and let's look. Okay, we don't want to leave, so right here bamboo actually is what I was looking. Okay, now we'll go and leave. We'll go to this segment, and end in segment let's do 5. Okay, plus minus 2. Okay, radius let's use inherited, and we currently set to 50. Let's do another modification, and we'll go to just bring it down so it's much smaller. Let me zoom out so I can see at the same time all of them. We'll bring a little bit down top. Okay. And every time what I like to do when we have it a not sharp ending, like right there, we can go in a cup and modify so it will bring a little bit smooth top one, look a little bit nicer. Okay, it's look maybe a little bit too tall, so we always can modify to maybe 3. Yeah, that will look nice as well. Kind of makes more action. We have it blending going well. Okay, let's add trapezium and probably add 10 and maybe plus minus 5. We don't see right now it's bending. We will when we add angle or some other modification. So for now we'll just keep it this way. And let's just a couple other things. Actually, you know what? Let's do this way. Maybe it's too sharp. So I'm just looking how it's going about right. Okay, and again, if you don't like use it radio, you can always go back here and modify in by the just to modify a little bit how it's look. Okay, let's pop up back because I modified some other stuff. There you go. Okay, I think we're kind of done with this. We can go ahead and add a little bit curl with this. We can do with again use local base. We can select inside distortion, select curl. Let's say 0.1. So we'll just add a little bit extra effect to this. Next, what I want to do, I want to add some other elements to this. So what we're going from our leaf, we'll go to create and add another segment. This will be part of the flowering. And you can do this with the alpha map if you need it, or with other texturing, and it will work fine. We did with the grass before, but sometimes you probably just want to do with geometry, and it's just one way to do that. So we'll have it 301. Okay, I always add at least a little bit of the randomness. So let's go to connect to the leaf. Okay. Next we'll go inside and let's pop up maybe 12. Actually, only 5, 6. Okay, there goes 6 for this one. In a flower. So right here, let's pop up to 12. We leave it as default, except right here, let's add 50. Okay, actually, I'm doing this on the wrong. I need to take this and put it here. And you know what? Let's go to remove leaf. We don't need it. And next, I'll need to rename to flower. Okay. So we'll go switch X from axis. Okay, we'll go set this to maybe 12. Okay, we'll go. Let's set angles to this. Probably let's try 50 degrees, and of course we'll have it a big offset 20. So that's look a little bit different. Okay, we'll go 37 and maybe just add 12. Okay, right here we have our predefined. Next we can go inside the flower and we can start adjusting. So we have it 3 kind of done. Okay, we'll have it, let's make 10%. And we'll move it a little bit from the top. Very thin. What we're going to use, it is blades for this. Okay, we'll go enable, be sure after size enable. So we'll have it a little bit correct based on the height width. Let's pop up to 4 blades. So you'll notice we are very interested now, kind of blades creating these stars. Okay, as well we can take and just bring a little bit up from there so they don't touching necessary. Okay, let's go take a little bit down as well. And also blade. We'll go add 1 more point here. Take this blade down. And so look like almost seed kind of. We'll click OK. The other things what interesting we can do is inside the influence to make them more interesting. We'll enable global bait and we'll use actually twist now. So let's go select twist. You'll notice it's kind of start rotating around. So in the next we'll just need to twist a little bit more. Also, let's add some distortion to this, so we'll go 0.2 and maybe like 0.55. Okay, then maybe look slightly bigger. We can reduce size as well, but zoom out, we can look a little bit closer after. Again, this is just very simple geometry. We'll apply some single alpha map to this, so we'll have it more interesting looking, but overall I think this will work well for some distance as well. Okay, and on the segment, let's go right here and maybe add link to 1 and we'll say 2, so a little bit smaller. Okay, we'll probably come back to tweak a little bit more. Right now what I want to create base for this bamboo, so what we're doing, we'll go select geometry, go to create hydra here, we'll connect from root to hydra, and let's call it base, and we'll connect those two together. Kind of interesting field creating. Let's go to base. Right here we'll set probably maybe around 12 will be okay for now. We can plus minus maybe 4 or 5. You know what, let's do 8, so we'll have it a little bit same amount. Radius, we set 1. We can add random to the radius, and on the angle let's bring them up to 85 degrees, and we'll add also maybe 10 degrees plus minus the variations. So you can see we have very interesting plants at this point. Let's apply some textures. I did create some leaf texture before, so it's what we're going to use it. So we've done some texturing before in the Photoshop, and I look a little bit more how to do. I'm going to use some of those texturing from this. Right now for the bamboo, it's what we're going to do. We're going to use material. Let's open edit. We'll actually create a mapped picture, and let's preload it. Okay, we'll go to open. Okay, right here we got bamboo. It's a similar what we did with the leaves. Okay, we'll apply that one. It's applied to the leaves and to the stem, which is good. We'll click OK. Next, let's go to our leaves. Okay, we'll go to material, and we'll just select default. That's what was before for the blades. Actually, let's see which one. Yeah, this one. Now we'll go open, and let's call it leaf, and I want to actually change a little bit to this leaf R. So we'll apply that one, click OK. Let's reduce a little bit the resolution, drop down, so we don't need to spend time to render. Get next, right here, this stems kind of one rework, and we'll go to the flower. You notice this one is nice. It's like our parent, so we're good. And again, right here we can preview. It's kind of look nice. Maybe let's go on bamboo. Be sure we set parametric, and parametric will set. Can check this so we can preview. Yeah, per segment going, which is right coloring. Okay, now right here we have a close up on this twist effect we applied. Flower. We'll go inside the flower, go to the material, and for the blades we'll select a leaf. Let's select leaf for the stem as well, except this leaf will go modify now. We'll go to change something else, and as example we even can take some from tulip they created, just as example, some flowering. We'll go to select this a little bit less saturated greenish color, so it's overlay. But what I want to do is go inside the transparency here now. We'll click on a global transparency connection. You notice we'll switch right here, pop up in our editor. So this is our global transparency. We'll right click, creating texture map, switch to the projected texture map. Okay, and in here we'll go to load it from what we have, and this is alpha map. Again, it's created from filter forge. I create another one. We'll take also and let's connect. Okay, now we don't need this constant, we can delete it. On the our project map, you'll notice we need reverse actually alpha. So let's invert. Okay, we'll click. Okay, let's preview. It should going right, so we have it a little bit output outside, and you know what? Let's click OK. And we can a little bit preview right now, so see what's going on. We may, for the alpha, we may need go in a final for the transparencies to work. So yeah, I think but you can, let's actually pick up right here, so you can see we have it a nice, those fuzziness kind of on the end. We can add more twisting to this, so let's do this. We'll go into flowers, influence, and then maybe twist. Let's add 4, so it should twist quite a bit. So we'll create with those blades, we'll create quite a bit fuzzy effect on that. Okay, we'll go readjust our lighting. Okay, let's go to select final render options. I want to see how they come up. Global radio still is set this way, and I'm going to render on screen. So we'll go render, and I'm past tutorial, and we'll check soon when render is completed. Okay, so right here it's done rendering. You can see we have a nice effect on the end. So I was going for. Of course, this on the top we can add a little bit more, but I still think this flowers maybe a little bit too big. So let's go drop maybe to 0.5 and 0.1. Yeah, just create a little bit smaller of them. Yeah, that will look nicer. Okay, we can go on a bamboo top, and if you want it, we can add maybe to 24. However, it will pop up quite a bit on our render time, but it will look very nice again. And right here on bamboo, let's do influence on the radius. Let's bring a little bit more down. Okay, maybe even a little bit more. Okay, and notice how I said before, because we applied one of the bending, because our angles on a base. We have a different angle, so it's kind of based on that. Good, nice angles. So let's go ahead and render one more time our final preview, and okay, we can bring a little bit even closer. Okay, position. Let's get our sun. One thing what I do kind of recommend, maybe on a leaf, okay, in material editor, just pop up slightly transparency. It's just to simulate translucency effect. Okay, and as well, let's bring a little bit down on highlights. We did not apply any any bump map, so we can as well do this, but just for now we'll create this way, and okay, we'll set all. Okay, let's go ahead and render. So I'm going again, pause these tutorials and come back when render is completed. Okay, so here's our plant. And again, if we need it, we can export this inside the view and use this as a solid grow plant. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please remember, visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.